Hey, seniors, how you doing today? It is Wednesday. It is Hump Day, January the 19th. And of course, these short weeks make it seem like it's going by really quickly, doesn't it? Yesterday, you wrote the research question. This was the question that will be guiding your research. We did that yesterday. If you need to finish it up today we will do that. But then we will shift gears and do the actual research. We will do this today, Wednesday the 19th. We'll do it again on Thursday the 20th. And then we will wrap it all up on Friday the 21st by creating the works cited page. Now, that's kind of misleading in that you're actually going to be gathering all the works cited stuff as you go along. It's just Friday we'll be able to kind of finesse it, finish it up, and wrap it all up. So for your sources in your research, you are going to be looking for 10 sources. You need to find at least 10 sources. Of those, 3 or more have to be about the problem, 3 or more have to be about the solution, and 3 or more should be counter arguments. Now, if you notice 3 plus 3 plus 3, that's 9. You have to find at least 10. So, one of those will have more than one, at least. Okay. And it is perfectly acceptable to be finding more sources than just that. If you look at the problem state, the source that talk about the problem, again, that's going to help you define the problem, explain the problem, show what the problem is, kind of show like the scope and scale and size and cost of the problem. The sources that talk about the solution, this is what you want to do to fix it. Now, again, like we talked about, you could advocate someone else's solution. You don't have to create something brand new from scratch. You can say, hey, so and so wants to do this, and I think it's a great plan or whatever, and you can advocate for that. Now, in your sources about solutions, you could find more than one solution. You could find two different things that you think would help solve the problem, but in the end, you're only going to advocate one. So I would assume if I saw sources that detailed more than one solution, it was that so you could evaluate different types of solutions that were out there. And then when it comes to the counter argument, so I don't want you to think like if you say gas prices are too high, then we have to find a source to say no, gas prices are not high enough. I don't know it's going to be an exact opposite. But when it talks about the counter arguments, this is where people have a disagreement on solution or a disagreement on the size of the problem or that the problem needs to be addressed or time will take care of it or whatever. So it's not necessarily an opposite viewpoint, but it is an argument that is different than your own. And we're going to use one of those in our paper to show the other side of the argument, right? So those are the sources you're going to go out and try to find. And we'll be using that resource or that research question that we created on Tuesday. Now, today we're going to be using inspire.net or inspire.in.gov. If you go to inspire.net, it's going to advance you or send you, redirect you to the .in.gov site. That is a resource database. It's a research database. It allows you to find newspaper, magazine articles, journal articles, news clippings, whatever, of information about many different topics. The great thing about this is that these sources are already pre-vetted. And by that, it means that it was a valid source and they said, this is a good source that we can include in our database. So if you pull up a journal article, a newspaper magazine, a web source of any kind, you can trust the source. Now, that doesn't mean that you have to believe the information. You can argue the information or the interpretation of the information, but realistically, the source is good and solid and isn't anything to worry about. So that's why we want to start there. Also, and we'll talk about this in class, there is an option to do the citations within the Inspire website. And I'll show you that in class. And the video that's attached here will show you how to do it as well. The great thing about that is that when you hit that cite button, it will pull the MLA citation for you. You copy it and you paste it onto a new doc, and you've already got your works cited page started. That works cited page will be due on Friday the 21st. Okay. So we do have some, an end place. But if you're doing your searching, you grab those citations as you go along. Now that would really help you out, especially because you don't want to have to Friday like recreate all your source or your searching and try to find that. So anyway, I do hope that you I feel that you're going to find plenty of information on this. I do hope that you don't have a lot of trouble, that you find a lot of variety. And if you do have questions or need some help, please make sure you're reaching out to Miss McGuire so that we can kind of get you back onto the right path. Good luck. Happy hunting for your sources.